So guys, I am back. Don't worry, I haven't been kidnapped by my government and waterboarded for hours on end. So basically, after the news gets pretty heavy, and because I do this pretty much 6 days a week, sometimes I just want to take a couple of days to go and get myself right. And also, CitizenCon was on, so, you know, guilty pleasure, Star Citizen. So, yeah, I want to take a couple of days just to, you know, basically get back in the groove and, yeah, but don't worry, I have been keeping up with the news, and boy, hasn't it been interesting. So let's talk about this. Kanye West, overcome with love, hugs Trump in Oval Office. Oh boy, can you imagine how the mainstream media handled this? That's right, mainstream media has a full-on meltdown over Kanye-Trump meeting. Because, you know, derangement syndrome, I suppose? Let's jump into the story. So there's a lot of stories about this. We're going to wrap it all up into one great big video. So let's jump into it. MSNBC host Stephanie Ruth and Al Vashiri, might be mispronouncing, was stunned by rapper Kanye West's Oval Office meeting on Thursday and called it an insult to our White House. As far as I know, you don't own the White House, but regardless. Kanye met with President Donald Trump on Thursday for a working lunch and delivered a 10-minute speech covering a number of topics before taking questions from reporters. After MSNBC cut away from the speech, Felishiri and Ruth, who I might be mispronouncing, couldn't say enough negative things about the event. So, yeah, we do actually have that. We will play that for you right now.
Wow. Okay, I'm doing this for everybody who's watching us who turned their volume down. You can put it back up again.
But if you think you're going to get a thoughtful play-by-play and political analysis, you're not, because that was an assault on our White House.
You can't analyze some of that stuff that was said. As we warned you at the top, there was a little bit of profanity. There was actually more than you heard. We were able to bleep some of it out, but there was some of it did make it in there. That was crazy. That was bonkers. I mean, the things that Kanye said.
Can I go with my favorite?
Yeah.
How he talked about he had a lack of male role models in his life growing up.
Not a lot of male energy in his house.
The reason he was drawn to MAGA was because of the male power.
When he put that cap on, he felt like a guy who could play catch with his
because he didn't have that opportunity, which was stunning. You know, and he also said, you know, a lot of African Americans out there, they don't like the again. They don't like make America great again. And the reason being, if you are anything but a white male, historically, life wasn't better for you than it is in the current moment. It's stunning, Ali, that just took place. And even that the president would say, this was just supposed to be a lunch. That's an outright lie. I spoke to the White House myself several days ago, and I had said to them, I'm like, guys, do you know how unpredictable Kanye is? And they said, guess what? So are we. This was absolutely a press opportunity.
I think that went down the way you would think, actually, a meeting between the president and Kanye West. Jim Brown was there, by the way. Kanye West said, blacks really get caught up in the idea of racism over the idea of industry. His comment to fight police brutality is to release the love. And he said there should be, in Chicago, Yeezy ideation centers. That's going to...
Yeezy, which is the namesake of his Adidas sneakers. He said that the MAGA sentiment is what gave him the balls to go for it and make so much money with Adidas. I'm just stunned across the board. You?
I thought we were going to have I thought they were going to have a conversation, which we would follow up on, in part.
Okay, so interesting. Wow, Vashiri started waving his hands to get the viewers' attention. I'm doing this for everyone who's watching who turned their volume down. You can put it back up again. That was bonkers, Vashiri added. Quote, but if you think you're going to get a thoughtful play-by-play and political analysis, you're not, because that was an assault on our White House. The derangement syndrome. Anyway, moving along. You can't analyze some of the stuff that was said, Vashiri commented. Why not? He warned the viewers that there may have been profanity in Kanye's rant, stating, we were able to beep some of it out, but there was some of it that did make it there. That was crazy. That was bonkers, he repeated. All stunning, Ali, that just took place, Ruth said. and even this president would say that was supposed to be a lunch. That's an outright lie. It was absolutely a press opportunity. So look, at the end of the day, obviously Kanye West mega hat makes him feel like Superman. I think he's trolling at this point, but let's jump into this. Musician Kanye West expanded at length on how powerful he feels while wearing the President Donald Trump signature campaign hat reading "Make America Great Again" in an Oval Office meeting on Thursday. Quote, "They tried to scare me not to wear this hat, but the hat, it gives me power in a way," Kanye said, adding, quote, "It was something about when I put on this hat, it made me feel like a Superman. That's my favorite Superman hero. You make a superhero cape as a guy who looks up to you and looks up to the American industry guys." West has made the point of wearing a hat publicly and displaying it on social media, igniting a media sensation. The rapper superstar was in the Oval Office to advocate for criminal justice reform during lunch with Trump, Jared Kushner, Ivanka Trump, and football star Jim Brown. Oh, you got to meet Ivanka. Damn lucky bastard. Quote, "The discussion will be centered on President Trump's historical work to benefit all Americans, such as urban revitalization, the creation of opportunity zones, new workforce training programs, record high in African American unemployment, and the creation of manufacturing jobs, ideas from his meeting with the African American pastors, potential future clemencies, and the addressing the mass violent crime surge in Chicago," White House Press Secretary Hogan Giles said ahead of the meeting. So apart from that, obviously, Kanye West tells Trump mega hat made him feel like Superman, which is basically what I've already read. Kanye West goes on 10-minute Sicardi, might be mispronouncing, references Superman cape and swears during a White House visit. Which is basically the same thing we've already said. Kanye West chills reporters for trying to ask more than one question. Oh boy. Rapper Kanye West chilled a reporter in the Oval Office on Thursday for trying to ask more than one question during his meeting with President Donald Trump. We do have that video. We will play that for you right now.
That we, at any given point, we say, oh, this is racist, this is racist, this is racist, this is racist. So we don't have the reparations, but we have the 13th Amendment. We got to open up the whole conversation. So, and that's a move. One of the moves that I love that liberals tried to do, the liberal would try to control a black person through the concept of racism because they know that we are very proud, emotional people. So when I said I like Trump to like someone that's liberal, they'll say, oh, but he's racist. You think racism can control me? Oh, that don't stop me. That's an invisible wall.
Mr. West, what would you like?
Oh, your question. You had one question. We're going to go to another question. Okay. I answered your question. I don't answer questions in simple sound bites. You are tasting a fine wine that has multiple notes to it. You better play 4D chess with me like it's Minority Report. Because it ain't that simple. It's complex.
Mr. West, what would you like? I'm from the Chicago Sun-Times, so I would like to know what you would like to ask President Trump to do for Chicago. You're here to...
So, wow, okay. Kanye, Jim Brown, and President Trump had a working lunch on Thursday to address prison reform and other issues. After a 10-minute long Sicardi, I might be mispronouncing, about a number of topics, Kanye West took questions from reporters. Kanye said that liberals try to control black people through the concept of racism, asserting, quote, "You think race can control me." A reporter tried to follow up with another question, but Kanye shut her down and said, "Don't speak in sound bites." Quote, "You had one question and then you go into another question," he said. "I answered your question. I don't answer questions in simple sound bites," he said. "You're tasting a fine wine. It has multiple notes to it. You better play 4D chess with me." So, interesting. And obviously the last story is Kanye West overcome with love, hugs Trump in Oval Office. Musician Kanye West became so overcome with emotion Thursday that he got up from his chair at the Resolute desk and embraced President Donald Trump in the Oval Office. The West delivered nearly 10-minute-long speech lavishing praise on Trump, expounding on the virtues of building products in the US, bashing American companies which manufacture in China, and telling the president he feels superpowers when puts on Make America Great Again hat. Not really what he said, but close enough. West defends his support of Trump during the meeting, saying he wouldn't buckle to pressure from the black community. Quote, liberals try to control black person through the concept of racism because we know we're very proud, emotional people, West claimed. So when I said I like Trump to someone liberal, they say, oh, but he's racist. You think racism can control me? Oh, don't stop me. Oh, that doesn't stop me. So after a certain point, Kanye professed, quote, I love this guy right here. Let me give this guy a hug. I love this guy right here. So look, at the end of the day, why do I think the mainstream media, or in particular MSNBC, has had a meltdown over this? So there's several reasons. Obviously, at the end of the day, he's going on about how the left control people with racism, the left try and control the voters, the black population, and everything like that. That in itself is a very dangerous message because he is speaking untruths. If you ever want to go through and to control people, fear, stuff like that is obviously a great way to do it if you're the mainstream media. And they definitely do want to keep the black population definitely under control. Kanye West going on about, supporting Trump, making America great again, all this sort of stuff, is in direct relation to what they're preaching. And at the end of the day, that in itself is very, very dangerous. Also, you got him embracing Trump, basically, saying he loves this guy, giving Trump a hug. All that sort of stuff is obviously very bad for them as well. Because obviously this will do well for Trump's polling numbers, for the black community especially. And especially with what's happening with the black community at the moment, record unemployment, there's food stamps are getting lower, the amount of people relying on food stamps is dropping. There's a lot of stuff that is actually benefiting the American population, and by virtue that is going to mean the black population as well. So yeah, at the end of the day, he is doing a really good job for the black population. And Kanye meeting Trump is literally going to go through and is going to debunk everything the mainstream media wants to push. They want to push that Trump is a racist. They want to push that Trump is not doing anything. And at the end of the day, they've literally got Kanye West who did have millions of followers on Twitter, literally meeting with the president and saying, quote, I love this guy, and also going on about how the Make America Great Again actually makes him empowered, how putting on that hat is like putting on a cape. That in itself is a direct front to everything that the globalist left-wing media want. They don't want countries being proud. They don't want countries being patriotic. So there's so many reasons why they have a problem with this. And I don't even know if they would actually understand it themselves. It's probably more the fact that there's Trump derangement syndrome. But, hey, he met with Trump. Heart attack. But, like I say, yeah, I really did think this is good. I did think this is, look, is this going to help Trump with the black community? Sure. Yeah, it will. Yeah, great. But at the end of the day, let's talk about what actually also comes out of this meeting. If they talk about how to help the black community, how to get people off doing drugs, off doing crime, off, having, being locked up and having their wives raise single kids and stuff like that, which is a huge problem in the black community, then I'm for it. At the end of the day, if Kanye West and Trump can sit down in a room and with other people, of course, and literally talk about this and have a discussion and solve some of the problems that are plaguing America at the moment, then shit, I really don't have a problem. I really don't have a problem with this. Because, I don't know, let me know your thoughts are in the comment section below. Why do you think the left-wing media had a field day or had a seizure over this? Do you think this is the fact that this is against everything that they're pushing? Do you think this is that they're worried that Trump will, or that Kanye is going to swing black voters? Are you worried that it's just a power play? Or do you think there's something else into it? do you think they just don't like Trump and therefore every time Trump does something it's bad? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Apart from that, guys, obviously the video has been helpful. Please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.